Let's talk about that fourth quarter. You guys are stifling on the defensive end, and it seemed like you were really clicking on the other end as well.
Yeah, the guys, they dug in. They said, you know what, we came out at the half and said, you know what, we got to start setting the tone, getting more aggressive physically into the basketball. We did a great job sharing the basketball, but then guys made big time plays again. You held them to 19 points in the fourth quarter, and that's just, you know, a token that just staying with the process, trusting the defensive side of the floor.
Might be a young, inexperienced team out there, but they kind of look like a team filled with proven vets. Did you see that as well?
Well, down the stretch, you know, we talked about making the right plays, talking to the guys on the sideline. You know, Jalen and Cole come over with Franz, and they're just talking about, hey, this set works for us. This is what we should stay in, because then it simplifies the game for them, allows them to make the simple right reads. And then we talk about having guys with high basketball IQs making the right play. And those guys did that tonight. And then defensively, I just can't say enough about our tenacity, finishing plays with the rebound, and then, you know, trying to keep them off the three-point line.
Franz is only 20 himself, but he just looks so savvy and so poised out there. Just talk about his game and just his overall growth.
Well, the thing, you know, that locker room is so excited for him because they know how hard he works. He has such a high basketball IQ, making the right reads, finding the open teammate, knowing when to turn the corner, you know, knowing when to get downhill, when to pass the ball. He has his basketball IQ and his knowledge of the game. The things he sees is, you know, it makes him special.
I can hear it from here, but it seemed like there was a pretty good celebration in the locker room. This obviously was a type of victory you guys want to have because it was on both ends of the floor, right?
Absolutely right. We set the tone, you know, for how we have to continue to play, especially in that third and fourth quarter. That second half was, you know, was very solid defensively. And then offensively, we shared the ball. You know, guys got hot, but I think that's a product of getting hot is when you have, you know, you feel like the ball's going to come back to you when you're open. So, you know, you're okay taking shots. You know, Chuma stepping in and being willing to take the next shot, you know, after missing a couple. That's the confidence that these guys give each other.
Do you think this can do to kind of build that confidence going forward?
I'm sorry.
What do you think this can do to build that confidence going forward?
Well, it gives the example of continuing to show that you just have to stay with the process. You know, we talk about guys getting better, and we've gotten better every game for them understanding exactly what we need to do to keep developing and keep growing. And they feel that. They feel that experience. And so once you feel it on the court, then you understand exactly the things you need to do.
Anything else in the room, guys? Go ahead, Joel.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Coach, you touched a little bit on this with Franz IQ, but, you know, for a guy to put up, you know, 28 points early in his career without really forcing anything, you know, how rare is it for a guy not only to be score that many points, but without forcing anything at that stage of his career?
Well, I really think that's a testament to, we talk about the high basketball IQ and his knowledge of the game. You know, I don't want to keep using that, but that's the thing about him. He's a selfless player that is going to try to make the right read. You know, if the defense steps up and traps him, he'll make the right pass. You know, if he turns the corner and the weak side comes over, he'll try to find the corner pass with an open three. And then that's where we trust to swing to the extra pass and the next shot. But he's going to make the right play. That's the thing about him. He's not a selfish player at all. He wants to move the basketball.
Cody Taylor, USA Today, Rookie Wire.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Obviously, it was Jalen's first game and back home. What'd you kind of think of the way that he played, considering, you know, having family and friends in the arena there?
Well, Cody, I think he settled himself down, and that's why I kind of wanted to get a sub early for him so he could just kind of take it all in. I think he was poised. Again, he still was talking to me on the sideline about the things he saw, the way he's reading the game. And I think it's just he handled himself very well. Defensively, he was still aggressive, made the right reads, made the right plays. And again, him being home with all the emotion and his family, his friends in the crowd, I think he handled it well.
Jamie?
Yeah, Jamie Say, WKMG. Coach, your starting five played a lot of minutes tonight. How have you seen that first five function together effectively as every game goes on?
Well, no, they're coming out and setting the tone defensively, how we want to play, getting into the basketball, ball pressure. We talk about our guards being the head of the snake, making sure that they feel our presence early. And then, you know, offensively, you know, sharing the ball, the willingness to share the basketball is huge. Us trusting the pass.
Thank you, Coach Mosley.
Oh.
Thank you, guys. Calls up.
Kind of put your your stamp down on that game, especially the defensive end. Let's talk about your intensity and tenacity on that end and overall.
Great fourth quarter. Great second half in general. You know, in the locker room, kind of talked about, you know, you either hit or get hit. You know, and they were more physical than us. You know, they wanted rebounds and loose balls and those kind of things. You know, last game and in this game, you know, in the first half. So, you know, coming out of half, you know, kind of took that on and started hitting, playing defense, sitting down, and, you know, really locking in. That turned into easy points for us. And then, you know, the energy started flowing, and, you know, we continued to build off that. But great win, man. I'm so happy I wanted that one.
You guys have been competitive in most of your games lately and just haven't been able to kind of pull it out in the end. Was this kind of the reminder of that if you show that adversity and you overcome it, then you guys can accomplish anything throughout the game?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, it's like I said earlier in the day, it's about sustaining it. You know, the game planning, sticking to what we're saying that we want to do for an entire game. You know, I think we did that today. You know, and the difference in the other games in this game is, you know, it just went our way. You know, we were making shots, we were getting stops. You know, we sustained, you know, what we wanted to do. You know, turn it into a win. So, yeah, great team effort tonight. Franz Cole put on a show. You know, made it easy for a lot of us. You know, Dale and Mo were fighting all day in the paint with Cat, Jared, and everybody else that were going in there. You know, and I think the rest of us just did a great job, you know, doing our role, trying to do little things, and, you know, helping out get a win.
I know we talked earlier in the day about you meeting Mason again. Obviously, you saw him again before the game. How special was that to actually be reintroduced with him, reconnect with him, and then have a chat?
It was great. You know, Mason's the best, and to see the impact that, you know, he had on everybody that day. You know, we were out there in St. Peter. You know, kind of just step back and, you know, from basketball, and just realize that, you know, basketball is minute, you know, compared to life, you know, and what you can do and who you can impact, you know, because that day, you know, whether he knows it or not, I have told him. But, you know, he showed me, you know, you can be a light, you know, to let your light shine. You know, that's why I wrote the ball in the jersey that I gave him. And just to let your light shine. And that's exactly what he did with everybody there. You know, he brought happiness to an entire town that day, you know, and then to the entire country. Went to video kind of a while. So, yeah, it was good to see him and his pops, and, you know, I'm glad they were here.
How special was it playing in this building? Obviously, you're here and you pull out a win to make it even more special.
Great win. I just wanted to win. I didn't care how we got it. I didn't care how I played. You know, I was nervous all night. I'm gonna keep it buck. I had butterflies. You know, my eyes were peering into the crowd. You know, seeing familiar faces every time I looked up there. People I knew. But I mean, again, we got to win. That's all I care about at the end of the day. You know, I just want to get wins. So we shout out to my guys tonight. You know, just got to get a goal, and now we'll go back to the win.
Go ahead, Joel.
Okay, we're going to go 2 questions so Jalen could go see his friends and family. Cody Taylor, USA Today, Rookie Wire.
Hey, Jalen, congrats on the win. And you kind of just talked about it, and Coach mentioned, you know, obviously how much emotion you'd have coming into tonight. What was it like when you first stepped onto the court and the ball tipped off?
Emotion again. I thought I would get a gauge on it more than I did, but oh my goodness, the butterflies were there. I was nervous. You know, I wanted to make stuff happen, but I wanted to just play the right way, like I always do. And man, again, I was just nervous. I'll be honest. But again, the whole night I tried to just, you know, do what I could to, you know, help the team win. Whether that was, you know, trying to find the paint, you know, drive, push the pace, things like that. Continue to find the high hands, you know, put them in the best position to score. Franz Cole, he made it easy on me tonight. So big shout out to my guys that were there. They'll be back home.
Okay, final question. Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Jalen, obviously you've come into the league with Franz. As somebody who knows him probably, you know, as well as just about anybody, maybe outside of his brother on the roster, for him to come in and put up 28 without really forcing anything and doing it the way he does, just how much of is that a tribute to the type of guy and player he is?
Great, man. I don't think that he gets talked to about enough. You know, I think he kind of takes that on. You know, he kind of goes into the gym, puts his work in, you know, doesn't let outside noise shake him, rattle him, you know, throw him off, whatever. You know, he sticks to, you know, his roots, who he is, you know, puts his head down and works. You know, those are the best people, you know, have on the team to be around. humble guys, guys who are going to work hard and want to win. And that's exactly who he is. So to see him first and doing all the things he's doing again, like you said, not forcing, not doing nothing extra, just going out and being sweet Franz. That's my guy. So, man, what a great night. OD dunk. Yeah, sweet Franz. But man, yeah, he's the best. So, yeah, we've gotten to come really close. Got to know him off the floor. Again, as well as on the floor and playing with him. It's great to play with, great to be off the court with, and I can't wait to see how his game continues to grow. He's going to be a great player this league for a while.
Thank you, Jalen.
Let's talk about that fourth quarter. You guys outscored them by 24. Just talk about both ends of the floor. It seemed like you really were showing your physicality on defense, switching, getting into the paint. Just talk about your overall growth that period.
Yeah, I think switching up the defense a little bit during the whole game, I think helped us a lot on that end, and then rebounding, guarding without falling, not giving anything easy to the opponent. I think that's where we lost a lot of early games during the season. So I think it was really good in the fourth quarter today.
You scored 10 of your 28 points in the fourth. I think it was all in the final 6 minutes. Just talk about your confidence in such a big moment of a game to be able to kind of take over like that.
I mean, I don't really think about it like that. I just try to play the game, try to play every second the right way. Take the shots that are open for me. If I'm not open, I'm going to drive or kick it to someone else. Even in those last 6 minutes, helps a lot when you shoot it well, and that's when a lot of other things open up. But it's also coach giving me that opportunity and putting me in those positions, and my teammates trusted me in those spots. So really thankful that I got that opportunity today.
The way you guys played today, this is exactly what Coach Mose and the coaching staff is including to you guys as far as playing physical, being ferocious, using your length, using your versatility. Is this exactly what the mindset is?
Yeah, I think especially that physicality point and being tough and taking people out of their stuff. That's something that we did do great, especially to begin the season. And, we had some up and downs in the last couple of games with that, but I think we're taking a step in the right direction with today's game. And, there are spots where you can be really physical during the game, and then there's spots where, even a little contact is going to be a foul. So just knowing that balance, when to be physical and when not to, is something that we talk about. But yeah, for sure. Keeping up that pressure on ball handlers and stuff like that, it's been a huge emphasis in practice.
Go ahead, Joel.
Okay, Maximilian Haupt, DPA.
Thank you. Franz, wenn du nichts dagegen hast, würde ich das kurz auf Deutsch machen.
Klar.
Glückwunsch zu dem Spiel. Ich habe nicht alle Spiele von dir gesehen. War das dein erster Dank in der NBA jetzt heute?
Ich habe schon mal gedankt, aber so gedankt habe ich noch nie in meinem Leben.
Dann erzähl, wie fühlt sich das an, so einen reinzudrücken?
Ja, ich habe gerade mit Mose schon drüber geredet, das ist so eine Out-of-Body-Experience so ein bisschen. Ich wusste nicht, wie nice der Dank aussieht. Ich habe mir jetzt gerade erst mit dem Lockerroom zusammen angeguckt und probiert. Ich habe einfach probiert, einfach so hoch zu springen, wie es geht. Ich habe nur einen Gegenspieler vor mir gesehen in der Halbzeit, und dann ist es einfach so ein Gefühl, ob man hoch genug springen kann und genug Zeit hat in dem Moment. Aber natürlich sehr happy, dass es geklappt hat.
Wie wohl fühlst du dich inzwischen in der NBA?
Sehr wohl eigentlich. Viel hat damit zu tun, einfach mit dem Team, das wir haben. Natürlich viele junge Jungs, aber auch die Coaches sind super hilfreich, lassen uns auch ein paar Fehler machen im Spiel, und gerade für junge Spieler wie mich ist es natürlich eine richtig geile Situation zu lernen, wie in der NBA gespielt wird, und auch an meinem Spiel zu arbeiten, aber auch natürlich viele Minuten zu sammeln und viele Chancen zu kriegen. Ich glaube, besser kann man gar nicht lernen, und da bin ich sehr, sehr dankbar für.
Okay, Cody Taylor, USA Today, Rookie Wire.
Hey, Franz, not sure if you were just asked about this, but what was your reaction to that dunk? And we heard Cole kind of mention you guys went pretty crazy about it in the locker room.
I mean, I just said it in German. You don't really realize what you're doing in that kind of moment. I just tried to jump as high as possible and finish the play. But obviously, I was really excited that I made the dunk. And looking on the bench and seeing how my teammates reacted, that's probably the coolest part about this game, to see how people are happy for you. And yeah, obviously, I was really happy when everything worked out.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Franz, you know, a lot of coach and players on the team talk about how you go about scoring or making the right play without really forcing anything. You know, how do you go about doing that and playing within the offense? Because you know, it's not often easy for a lot of young players in this league.
I just try to play aggressive. You know, the nature of how I learned how to play is, you know, pretty unselfish. So sometimes I think, especially in the first couple of games that I played in summer league and stuff, I was a little too hesitant sometimes, and that took me out of my game, and you know, took advantages away from other guys too. So I think just coming in a game, being aggressive, also being okay with maybe missing 3 good shots. That's part of the process, and just taking good shots. And I've been hitting a lot of threes, so luckily that's been helping a lot and opening up a lot of driving lanes for me and for other guys too. But it's so much fun to play with these guys. Cole and Jalen do a great job, I think, of, you know, sharing the ball and being unselfish out there, and you know, getting us the ball in our spots. So that makes it a lot easier.
Okay, final question goes to Jamie Say, WKMG.
All right, thanks. I actually have 2 questions. Franz, in one of your answers in German, you said in English, out-of-body experience. What were you referring to?
I was referring to the dunk, kind of along the lines that I didn't really know how it's going to look or what's going to happen. I just, you know, just try to jump as high as possible. And I talked to Mo about that in those moments you can't really think about it too much, and you don't. You just try to do it.
Got it. And just what's the comfort level among the starting 5 right now? You guys played a lot together tonight. Seems like you guys are functioning better and better every game. How would you assess that?
Yeah, I think we're getting more and more comfortable. I mean, obviously for everybody, it's a learning experience, and the process of getting to know how Jalen and I are going to play, because obviously the other 3, they played a lot together last year already, but you know, also a new system with a new coach, and I think we're figuring it out as we go. But definitely, I think these first couple of games we're going to make steps in the right direction. So I think that's really encouraging for all of us.
All right, thank you, Franz.